and welcome to Yoga Jadra, or welcome back if you've been here before. Thanks so much for joining me today for a little bit of yoga practice. We have about 30 minutes Hatha for you today, so go ahead and grab your mat. We are about to begin. Go ahead and find a long, tall seat. Bringing awareness to the present moment. Arriving here on the mat fully, noticing where the mind is. Noticing if our body is holding on to anything from moments past or predicting moments future. And see if you can let those go and become aware of the present moment, the here, the now. The practice of yoga is the practice of settling the mind. Knowing there's chaos, there's stress, there's excitement happening around and inside of us, distracting us, and finding and maintaining the calm and peace despite or within all of that. Let's come together with the sound of Om 3 times, letting the vibration start to warm up the body. Chin falls, head is heavy. Let's rock right ear to right shoulder, left ear to left shoulder, side to side. Full circles if you like. Even it out. Coming up through the center, shrug the shoulders high and let them fall. One more time, shrug the shoulders high. Inhale here. Let the breath fall and the shoulders fall. Inhale, come on up, overhead. Grab the left wrist with the right hand and reach across the room. Back to the center, grab the right wrist with the left hand and reach across the opposite direction. Up through the middle, and we'll shake our hands down. Okay. Let's roll onto tabletop, palms under shoulders, knees under hips. Already engaging the abdominal and back muscles, of course the arms and shoulders as well. We'll inhale to make a wave through the spine, lift the heart, and exhale, reverse. With the breath in your own time. you want to start going side to side or just snake the vertebrae around however you like, go ahead. If something feels beneficial, you can hold it a moment longer. Coming back through the center, let's bring the toes to touch and sit back in the heels, rest the head on the earth. Let child's pose be a moment of ease, allowing the mat to just hold and cradle you as you are. And we'll slide forward onto the belly. And bring the arms out a little forward, and we're going to continue with the spine movement. We're going to inhale to come up. You can have your feet a little wider, and exhale to release down. And just keep going through the back. A few breaths. And then let this one come hands back by the ribs to press back into child's pose one more time. Probably not the last time. And returning, sliding into tabletop. Let's bring the right foot back, press the heel towards the earth, open the back of the leg. Lift up the toe to point to the earth. Extend the left arm long. Inhale here. Exhale, elbow and knee draw together. And repeat. Inhale, extend. Exhale, elbow and knee. One more time, extend. This time reach back, grab the ankle and lift. And release. And coming back down. Breath in between. Left heel goes back, press the heel like it's going to reach the earth, open the back of the leg. Return shoulders over wrist, lift the left toes to point to the earth, extend the right arm, inhale here. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale. Exhale, elbow to knee. One more time. Exhale, elbow to knee. Extend. And this time, if you like, reach back, grab the ankle, lift up. Just an option, just a thought, an idea. And release. Reverse direction, coming down. Let's tuck the toes and just lift the knees a couple inches off the earth and hold here for a breath. And then press all the way back into the dog, lifting the hips. Let the head shake no, let the head nod yes. We're going to release some tension in the neck when we do this. Just letting everything kind of hang a little more. And find some movement, whatever feels nice for you in the joints. Maybe pressing the belly button to the spine. Getting into your own physical body, noticing what that is saying to you. And it's different for every single person. We all inhabit different bodies, and they all have their own way of speaking to us, guiding us through the postures and through the day and through life. Looking at the space between the hands, let's walk forward into the fold. Hang over, bend the knees as much as you need to. Again, you can shake your head a little, no and yes. Checking in with the spine and the vertebrae and all the muscles along the back, along the vertebrae. Tucking the tailbone will curl all the way up, coming all the way into high arch. Lift the heart down center, steady heart, steady breath. Let's go into a sun salutation. Inhale comes up high, hips press forward as you lift. Exhale, releases over. We're going to just go nice and smooth. So let's take the right foot back on the inhale to lift the heart. We'll hold for the plank, and as we lower down, we'll exhale. Inhale, slides forward and up into a little cobra. Exhale, presses back, downward dog. Inhale, slide right foot forward. Pick it up so that it gets all the way flat. No heels off the ground here. Inhale as you lift the heart. Exhale, left foot meets right, hanging over. Swan dive up, reach the head forward, up and back, high arch, back to heart center. Once more, inhale. Exhale, release. This time starting with the left foot, low lunge, lift the heart. Find plank. Knees, chest, and chin on the exhale. Forward and up, little cobra. Exhale, presses back, downward dog. Left foot comes all the way in between the hands, lower down the hips, lift the heart. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale comes up, forward, up and back. Down through heart center, steady heart, steady breath. Inhale comes up. This time let's add a little shimmy, a little movement in the shoulders. Release over on an exhale. Walk or hop back into plank. Press here for a moment. Coming down onto the forearms and right back up. Couple more times, down onto the forearms and back up. Last one, down onto the forearms and return back up and hold. Knees, chest, and chin or chaturanga. Cobra or up dog this time. Press back, downward facing dog. Right toe slides up and back, down dog splits. Whatever that means for you in your body. Maybe you're just pointing towards the wall behind you. Maybe the corner. Maybe straight up towards the ceiling. Opening in the hip. Bring the right toe to point now towards the floor behind you. And you can get into circles or figure eights. Whatever feels nice here. In the hip. Return all the way to down dog split. Inhale. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. Inhale, returns back. Exhale, brings right elbow to left knee this time. Inhale, return back. Exhale, brings right elbow to right knee to right elbow. And then we're going to go back and forth across, holding here for a couple of breaths. And press it back one more time. Downward, down dog split. And this time we'll take it into wild thing. If you like, just an option. Bring the right toe around, lift the hips, reach the heart high. Opening the torso and the heart. Flip it back around. And let's bring it all the way down and into a moment of rest, into child's pose. In fact, bringing the arms by the side to additionally rest the shoulders. Extending the arms once more. We'll slide forward onto the belly. Palms back by the ribs, even a little further than under the shoulders. Lift up for the cobra, big toes touch. Maybe go an inch higher if your spine says it's a good idea. And release down. Tuck the toes, press back, dog pose. Second side, I'm gonna reach the left toes up and back, down dog split. Again, whatever that means for you. Bending the knee, getting into the hips a little bit. Figure eights or circles. Return to down dog split. Inhale, lift the toe high. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Inhale, lift the toe high. Exhale, left knee, right elbow. Inhale, lift high. Exhale, left knee, left elbow, and back and forth. Hold here for just a couple of breaths. Moving the knee. Return to down dog split. I need to make some room here. I'm going to scoot over. Left toe points towards the floor behind you. If you like, go ahead into wild thing. Swing it all the way over. Lift the heart, lift the hips. And return to the dog. I'm going to scoot back to the center of my mat. And bring that left toe to the earth. Let's lower down. Sit back in the heels, child's pose. Bring the arms by the side to rest the shoulders just even a little deeper. Maybe a rock here. Self-soothing for the body, for the mind. Coming up to sit in the heels. Let's go for a shoulder stretch. So patting the back with the right hand. Deepen into the pose. This might be it. You can stay right here. Or clasp the fingers together. And release. Switching sides, pat the back with the left hand. Grabbing the finger if it's available. Great pose. Anyone that's working at a desk all day long. It's really nice for anybody, but especially if you're hunching forward. Okay, let's switch to the tops of the feet a bit. So I'm going to actually keep the toes long and lift up. And if this already just being in hero's pose is great for the tops of the feet, you're feeling that stretch already, just stay right here. But if you want to go a little deeper, I'm going to lift up onto my, like the tops of my toes, right onto the tops of my feet and stretch there. One more breath. And release it down. And let's roll over. We'll bring the legs out long in front. Staff pose, toes long up towards the sky. Hold here for a moment and just engage the abdominal muscles and lower back, strengthening the back muscles and the abdominal muscles as we extend up high to the sky with the top of the head. And I'm going to plant my hands down by my hips, in between my knees and my hips, by my thighs. I'm going to keep my heels on the floor, and I'm going to press into the palms of my hands and lift up the seat and hold here. One more breath. And release down. We'll go up one more time. This time if you feel like lifting the heels up off the earth too, if that feels available, give it a try, maybe just half a second. And then we'll fall out of it, and that's fine too. So we'll lift up, ready, go. Maybe lift the heels and release down. Great. One more try, same thing. If you want to just do this seat, that's great. If you want to try lifting the heels and fall out of it with me, that's fine too, that's great. Here we go. And release. All right, scoot forward. Let's lift behind. We'll grab behind the knees and lift up. Extending the arms long. I'm going to lower halfway down. I'm going to lengthen the legs, lower halfway down. And return back up. Again, halfway down. Return back up one more time, halfway down. Return back up. Extend the arms high, maybe the legs as well. And lower the heels, fold forward. Paschimottanasana, a seated forward fold. Uttanasana, the standing forward fold. Keeping that connection between the thighs and the torso. You can start to lengthen. Hold the stretch, lower back stretch and hamstring stretch. Sometimes I feel it across the shoulders a bit too. No need to actually be grabbing the heels if your hands are a little further back. That's great as well. Just finding your space, no pulled muscles. And we'll inhale to come up. Scooting forward just a bit so you have room behind you to release down onto the mat. We're going to lower this time all the way, but slower the better. No rush here. We're just taking it one vertebrae at a time, all the way down to the earth. Take a moment to rest here. Enjoy the length in the spine. And we'll bring the feet flat, heels pointing towards the sit bone. Toes pointing to the short end of the mat. Arms are long by the sides and lift up the hips for a bridge, walking the shoulder blades together. Behind the back, perhaps, it's just an option. And if it's comfortable, you can clasp the hands. I'm not going to say actually exactly comfortable, but a nice, beneficial feeling for the torso. And we'll release and lower down. Let's knock the knees, feet go wide. And get into the IT band. We'll do a reclined pigeon. So I'm going to bring my right foot to my left thigh and clasp the hands behind the left thigh and gently draw the lower body in towards my upper body. And having the feet flex is just going to be an added little benefit for the joints, is strengthening, taking care. This side go, but before I bring my right foot back down to the earth, I'm actually going to do my supine twist. So I'm going to take the whole lower body, lower the legs area, and lower that down to the left, and my upper body will fall over to the right. Now, if that's too much, you can always just have the nose up towards the ceiling. But if it's available, looking towards the right side, maybe the right hand reaches down and grabs the left foot just for a little extra. But just an option. If it doesn't feel good, doesn't feel right, don't worry about it. 2 more breaths here. Releasing it back to the center. And I'm going to place the right foot on the earth. left foot now on the right thigh, toward the knee. Now clasp behind the right leg and gently draw in. Releasing the clasp for each, releasing the hand. And my right foot comes back down to the earth, but keeping that figure 4, that pigeon figure on the legs. We'll drop it over to the right and the upper body now to the left. And I'm going to maybe reach back, grab my foot, just an idea, and twist to the left. And let's bring everything back to the center and give our knees a big hug. Massage a little side to side. The lower back is getting a massage here. And squeeze everything tight into a ball. And then switch, reach everything long. Toes one way, fingers the other way. Extend. And then we'll release down into Shavasana, finding your space on your mat where you can be long, spine long, nose up towards the ceiling, shoulders dropped, toes are open. And let the mat and the earth hold you just as you are. No need to change anything in this moment. And toes, a yawn or stretch, and finding your way up to sit, Sukhasana, final seated pose. And we'll finish with the mantra for peace, Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.